Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary of Rules Editor for the NCAA. And today we're continuing our series of media videos for the 2022 season, and we're going to be focused on game action from Week 10. Now, it's another amazing week of college football, some great games, but before we get into our video, I wanted to give you an update on our fouls so far this season. We're averaging 14.5 fouls per game, and that is very consistent over the last 3 years. Our most penalized foul is false start. We're averaging 2.8 per game, and that's up 9% over last year, and that's pretty significant. And what's interesting is 53% of those fouls are against the visiting team and only 47% against the home team. Now, offensive holding is our second most penalized foul. We're averaging 2.3 holds per game, and that's slightly down from last year. And defensive pass interference, we're averaging 1.4 per game, and that's slightly up from last year. But with all that data, let's get straight on into our video.
Our first play this week, we're going to deal with one of our player safety rules, sliding ball carriers. Now, this allows the runner to slide feet first and get defenseless player protection. Now, the offense here faces 3rd and 7. The line to gain is the 30-yard line. The quarterback looks downfield, then scrambles out of the pocket. He's going to run for it, and he slides for what appears to be a first down. Now, by rule, a live ball becomes dead when a ball carrier begins a feet-first slide. And the officiating philosophy on this is whenever we see the backside of the runner lowering, then we kill the play there and we mark the ball dead at that point. Now, we don't want the quarterback to gain an advantage with some long slide. I mean, the rule is in place to protect the quarterback and allow him to get down, be protected, and kill the play. Now, as we go back and take a look at this, and replay is going to review it, we see that the quarterback clearly begins the feet-first slide back at about the 29-yard line. And that's where the play should be blown dead, and no further advance is allowed from that point by the runner. So replay is going to overturn this to down short of the line to gain at the 29, and it makes it 4th and 1 for the offense. Play 2 is a 2-play vignette on targeting. Our first play, the quarterback's going to throw downfield toward the pylon, and the receiver takes a big hit from defender number 17, and we get 2 flags down, one from the field judge, one from the back judge, both for targeting. Now, as we go back and take a look at the play and work through the process just like replay would do, number one, we can confirm that this receiver is a defenseless player. Number two, there's an indicator of targeting as the defender leads with the head and attacks into the helmet of the defenseless receiver. And number three, there is clear forcible contact to the head or neck area. So replay can confirm all aspects of targeting, and number 17 will be disqualified. As we look at the second play in the vignette, and I know we hear a lot about how the targeting rule is changing player behavior, here's a play just a few minutes later in the same game, and we get a throw to the other pylon. The pass is high, and we see defender number 8 come over, but he's actually going to pull up on the play. Probably in years preceding the targeting rule, number 8 would have left a calling card hit, but today he wisely pulls up. It's a nice play, what we want in the game, and it protects both players. Play 3, the quarterback drops back. He's going to run the quarterback draw, and as he's shifting directions, he's taken down by number 34 of the defense. As we go back and take a look at the tackle, number 34's actions fit into the definition of our tripping rule. Namely, tripping is intentionally using the lower leg or foot to obstruct an opponent below the knee. Now, for many years, there was no tripping allowed in our game except against the runner. But for player safety in 2016, the tripping rule was changed, and tripping now is not allowed against any player, including the runner. So this is a personal foul that carries a 15-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal in this case, and includes an automatic first down. Play 4 is a 4th down play, and we see so many teams now going for it on 4th down. But the quarterback's going to look downfield, and then he takes off running. But then he's going to flip the ball to his teammate who catches and runs for a first down. Now the question is this a legal forward pass or a forward lateral? Now, first, the quarterback is still behind the neutral zone. That's a requirement for a legal forward pass. And even though he pitches the ball underhanded, there's no requirement for any type of mechanic to throw a pass. It can be thrown in any manner, and it's forward if it strikes anything beyond the spot where the ball is released. All other passes are backward passes. So if the pass is perfectly flat, in other words, not forward or not backward, it's considered a backward pass. But this is a legal play, and it results in a first down. Play 5 is a response to multiple questions we've received about the length of a called team timeout. Now, we're late in the half, it's 4th and 2, and it appears the offense is going to run a play, but they're really just trying to draw the defense offside. Now, as the play clock nears 0, we see the head coach on the sideline. He approaches the headline judge and calls timeout just before the play clock expires. Now, when the ball is dead, any player, a substitute inside the numbers, or the head coach may request a timeout. So this is all good, and we get an announcement from our referee.
Prior to delay a game, timeout was called. Timeout, Cal, there's 2nd and a half, 30 seconds.
Now, in televised games, if there's a charged team timeout and we don't go to a media timeout, then it's always a 30-second timeout. So typically late in the half, when the TV timeouts are exhausted, all called team timeouts are 30 seconds. But just for information, the head coach may request that one of their 3 timeouts in a half be extended to a full team timeout of 1 minute. This request should be communicated to the referee when the timeout request is made. So now you know the timing of timeouts. Our final play this week is a 2-play vignette concerning ball position after a kickoff. Now, the first kickoff, the receiver is going to call for and make a fair catch at the 1-yard line just outside the right hash mark. And we know the receivers will put the ball in play at the 25-yard line after a fair catch, and that also applies after a touchback. And the next snap will be midway between the hash marks unless a different position is selected by the team putting the ball in play. And as we're going to see here, the receiving team elects to put the ball in play at the left hash mark. That's opposite the side of the field where they made the catch, but it's their option to relocate the ball. Now, play 2, we have a kickoff that goes out of bounds on the far side of the field. Now, the receivers can elect to put the ball in play 30 yards beyond the kicking team's restraining line, and normally that's the 35-yard line, but they cannot select ball position in this scenario. The ball is put in play at the hash mark on the side of the field where the ball went out of bounds, and there's no opportunity to select a different ball position on this kick out of bounds. Well, that's it for our plays this week, and I hope these have been helpful, and we appreciate your feedback and also the questions that you may have so that we can address them in future videos. It should be another great week of college football. Best of luck to all, and stay safe and healthy.